All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, CHANGECARS has you covered. This week on All Things Motoring International, we wrap up Season 6 with some of our favourite moments. Kicking off, the guys visited Infinite Drive at Red Star Raceway to sharpen their driving skills.
Today I'm on home turf at the Red Star Raceway, a short 75 kilometers from Johannesburg. My guest, Ernest Page, all the way from Cape Town. Before you tell us what you're here to do, let us say thank you to Infinite Drive, who are hosting us today at this magnificent facility in the magnificent cars. Ernest, what's it like to be here?
Oh, so far so good, Mike. We just started the day and already we've done reconnaissance laps in a Mustang, although I was sitting on the back seat of the Mustang.
You call it reconnaissance laps, I call it mildly timed laps. I know the times already. Looking good, boys.
Yeah, we're going to be taking bets, I think, at some stage today, because Mike thinks he's going to beat me on today's challenges. But after the butt kicking that you handed out in Cape Town, I need to come back strong, and that's exactly what we're here to do. And what a circuit Red Star Raceway is. The facilities, the people, the way we've been hosted and welcomed here. I mean, that's what it's about, isn't it?
That truly is what it's about. It's my first time on this magnificent circuit, and I have to repeat, magnificent. A circuit that flows. The circuit currently runs in a clockwise direction, but did you know that they run it anti-clockwise as well?
Exactly. I've only ever driven it this way, but I've been here and they've driven it the other way, which to me makes this a true multi sort of purpose facility, doesn't it?
When you go around a circuit, a Kia Seltos or a Nissan Magnite is definitely not the vehicle of choice, but there is one Nissan vehicle that is a vehicle of choice.
The 350Z or 350Z, depending on where you're living. And the guys at Infinite Drive have one of those. They've also got... Oh,
hello, Jen.
Nice of you to join us.
So thank you, man.
Nice of you to join us. This, of course, is Christo from Infinite Drive. Christo, you said you wanted to say something. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's all good and well to do lots of talking, but you know, we tend to focus on the driving element. It's the whole second part of our name.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a challenge. You said something about challenge.
Sorry, you had me at driving. I just want to tell you.
Okay, so let's go play a game. A relatively simple game. Anytime you do advanced driving or anything along those lines, you know, the academies, they make you go and brake hard and you have to stop in a predetermined area. Let's shake this up a little bit. We're going to call this stop in a box. I'll set up a start point. I'm going to make a big box. So it should be possible for you to stop within the box.
Okay.
But to make it fun, we're going to be timing you.
Nice.
So from the time you pull off, 3, 2, 1, go, you're going to accelerate. And in order to get a good time, you have to go from full power to full brakes and just stop in the box.
Wow.
And which car are we driving? Because I know you guys have a fleet of cars. So which one of the cars
We're going to use the Mustang for this one.
Nice.
The heaviest car, yeah.
Yes, it's got nice big Brembo brakes.
It does.
So they say it's all show, no go. The show is about go. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Ernest was up first and was confident that he would ace this braking challenge.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my goodness. 13.4. As my competitor, he says that it sucks. So
I've got my work cut out.
Then it was Mike's turn.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
That's good. That's really good. That's super good.
What? 13.6.
6-3.
And what did you do? 13.4.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tell me that's not better.
That may have been better.
12.9. 12.8.
No. Unfortunately, you're wrong.
I see what he's doing something, isn't he? He's doing something.
This is his favorite sign. Favorite sign.
I cannot
My
believe.
favorite sign is...
You also need a good instructor, and that's exactly what we had here today. I think you'd agree, Mike.
Not even a question. Christo out the top drawer.
Thank you. No, that was cool.
Okay, let me go again. And then
Okay. The question is who's who in the zoo?
Yeah.
Having us here was a pleasure for you. No, joke. I had a point
That
in my
was
mind.
amazing. I don't think I can beat that.
Of course you can. But if you feel you can't, just don't even go for it. Season 6 is here, big car behind me, but a bigger show ahead of us. Apologies, so one thing, we got just one thing. Our biggest season! Okay, got it. Last time. Take 5.
Next up, we visit Warm Baths for SA Camp Fest, where the guys had quite a dispute over 2 jetters.
So now here is 2 cars that really catch my eye. Which one for you?
Of course, the facelift
No,
CLI.
seriously, which one is nicer?
And that one over there.
Not a chance. Ernest, look at the wheels on that one. Look at the wheels on that. That's nice.
Not a chance, Mike. Look at the broad beadings on that one and the lame-o narrow beadings on this.
Let's start point for point. The wheels. How can you say those wheels? To me, that looks like the wheels that superseded those.
They did, and that was the upgrade. Remember the 2-litre 8-valve came with those wheels, and it was very sought after. From me, the bumpers, the big bumpers, the upgraded big bumpers over the small bumpers. What do
So
you
often they say we'll agree to disagree. Yeah, it's just period disagree. Performance-wise, of the 2, which would be quicker?
think? This one over here, because that's the one that was dodging the missiles on the advert.
Okay. And that's why the missiles went for this oak, because they knew they couldn't get this guy. Last question for you.
Yes.
Which will be worth more in the open market today.
Fair enough. I think your one takes it. But let's
Hold on. It's amazing. With Ernest, you've got to go through 3, 4, 5 different things before he gets the picture. But finally gets the picture, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end this
I'm
conversation.
not done. I'm not done yet.
Stay tuned. After the break, there's more action from Season 6. With the Fuel Fest warm-up set to impress, there was one Golf that blew us away.
Cecilia, lovely to chat to you. We've got something super special behind us.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is my baby and I call her Nova. So she's a 2018 Golf 7.5R.
So what have you done to this beauty? Because she is a beauty.
Thank you so much. Well, what we've done through VAG Motorsport or APR is we've done a full stage 2 conversion.
Wow.
And then obviously, as you guys can see, I've also done a few like minor cosmetic details like my carbon fiber bonnet. I've changed my rims. So for me, it's not just about the performance of the car, but also the look.
course.
So you need to drive your car and look good and feel good while you drive it.
So I've never claimed to be a singer. In fact, I don't have a singing voice. However, I'm going to do my best. And it's Cecilia, you're making my day. We're about to do something super special. Tell us.
Well, I'm about to take you guys on a little journey. We are going to launch the car, so I can
Amazing.
show you what she's all about.
She's already warmed up, ready to go.
That's
Just
it.
got to belt up.
Ready to rock and roll.
Love it. So I said, Cecilia, you're making my day. We're about to do an incredible launch. I truly have not been in this car. This is honestly the first time. I have high expectations and I feel that they're going to be exceeded, not met. Come on, man. Yeah. I felt like E.T. there where my cheeks changed shape. That was incredible. It goes like it feels like it goes from 0 to 100. Like well, I'm saying it doesn't go like 0 through 100. It goes from 0 to 100.
That's 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds or less. That is incredible, Cecilia. Incredible.
Thanks for gifting this to me. I appreciate it. And
Nice one.
I will be your wingman any day.
Okay, you can be my wingman.
So we don't have a lot of time, so I've asked Luna to share with me everything she knows about cars. Go for it, 3 seconds.
A car goes vroom and it has brakes sometimes.
Perfect. What more can a man learn?
A highlight on the calendar and a segment we have to revisit is the George Car Show.
I'm all the way here in George for the George Old Car Show. And this year, the theme is German. But it's not just about German cars. The show is all about multiple brands, multiple fields, and it is gigantic. But of course, the German cars feature strongly. So, to get started, let's get a history lesson from the voice in the sky.
The modern car was invented in Germany. Carl Benz and Nicholas Otto developed the first four-stroke combustion engine in the 1870s and would later develop the first bus. In 1901, Germany was producing an estimated 900 cars a year. In 1926, Daimler-Benz was created and started producing the well-known brand Mercedes-Benz. The first Audi automobile was produced in 1910, and BMW producing its first vehicle in 1928.
I'm standing here with Stefanus Potgieter, a personal friend of Michael, and someone that owns a car that you guys have been chatting about for quite some time. I understand you're living the high life now, about to retire or currently retired from being a principal. But now, this is what's keeping you awake and wakes you up in the morning.
That's right. Yeah, I'm very proud to have this vehicle. It belonged to my parents. And when my dad died, my mother gave it to me.
So, kom ons praat 'n bietjie van sommige van die details op hierdie kar. Number 1, those wheel nut covers. Not the wheel nuts, the wheel nut covers are original.
Ja, hulle is plastiek. Hulle is 48 jaar oud. Original. En die Ross-style wiele was die ekwivalent van die L model, die 1600L.
Ja.
So dit is ook so kompleet gekom van dat hy uitgekom het.
The doors open and close perfectly. These cars are known to have the hinges bend a little bit. You can open and close these doors perfectly.
Ek dink as gevolg van die ouer mense wat met hom gery het, my pa was baie besorgd geweest dat jy mag nie 'n deur hard toe maak nie. Hy het altyd gesê maak jy hom so toe dat die ou aan die ander kant uitspring. So ek het dit maar by hom geërf, jy maak die deur saggies toe.
Ja.
En miskien was dit die behoud geweest daarvoor.
Then there's the engine, but before I even get to the engine, the key is still the original key, and when you swing that key, it starts first time.
Ja, dit is die voordeel van op die platteland bly, is dat daar is nog ouer mense wat die voertuie kan diens.
In a world where there are so many Beetles, in fact, at one stage 1 million were produced in Germany, and now this one stands out above the rest. It's no wonder that Mike is having a good look at this, and there might be a phone call straight after this interview. Ek staan nou hier voor iets wat my heeltemal verbaas het. WC en Chris Swart staan hier langs aan my. I'm going to change back to English because that's all the Afrikaans I know, guys. But Chris, what are we looking at behind us here?
55 International pickup. It's a Harvison. I built it when I was in Potch. We built it there.
Okay, hierdie kar het baie detail. Vertel ons 'n bietjie daarvan.
Ja, details is die belangrikste ding in 'n kar. Dit help nie jy bou 'n ding en dit nie details nie. So detail is jou strepe en goed wat geverf is, al jou knots, al jou chrome en stainless, al die werke.
Chris and WC, congratulations on the build, gentlemen. The car looks fantastic and certainly one of the best looking and most interesting detailed builds we've seen at today's show. The year is 1942 and Manny Correa over here is shipping some moonshine in this Roadrunner over here. But tell us a bit more about this car with its exposed panels and engine bay. You've got the incredible gearbox in there. You've got the 5.7 litre engine. I mean, this is just an interesting car.
Yes, I started it in lockdown and it's got a cold chassis with a 350 Chevy motor. The chassis has been Z'd down, so they dropped the whole cab down. It's got a jag suspension at the back and an independent front suspension, a rear suspension, so it drives smooth. The biggest problem is wind noise. Aerodynamics of a brick.
Yeah, exactly. But in 1942, aerodynamics wasn't the thing. And certainly when you were shipping the best 95 octane in the back, yeah, 95 octane, aerodynamics is optional. Everybody knows here at All Things Motoring we love Porsches, but specifically rare ones, and not many more rare than this 911 Turbo here next to me, but it's got the famed slant nose conversion, which was done by Porsche straight from the factory. This one's got some other hop-ups, including the GT wing on the back, roll cage, and of course these incredible wheels and tires. It's also got a dogleg gearbox, and it just has an all-round special feel about it. Certainly one of my favorite cars here today. When you're walking around at the George Car Show, you're bound to bump into some Cape Townians. I'm standing with one, a Mustang fan, previous Mustang owner with a Callaway cap, in a Merc environment.
If you've got petrol pumping through your veins, this is the place to be. But you look at these Mercedes Benzes over here, I mean, this was born before me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm an old belly already.
Yeah.
So, but this is, it's engineering at another level.
Well, that's why this year's show is German themed. And as you pointed out earlier on, Ian, there's a whole bunch of Mercs me and you still have to go inspect, eh? Let's go have a look. Yesterday when I was doing my recon and walking around this area, I saw the 300 SL stand. And when you see these cars in the flesh, you realize why it's not just car of the century, but arguably one of the best looking cars ever made. Connie Oosthuizen, 'n paar jare terug het hierdie ding onder 'n boom gestaan en weggefrot en nou.
Ek kon eers sien wat 'n kleur hy was nie. En ek het hom gekoop, gelukkig. Op daai stadium was daar omtrent 900 Mercedes members, club members. And when this car came in the market, it was chaos.
Connie, do you often find yourself like me, just stopping and staring at this car from time to time?
I must be honest. I'm on my knees and just say thank you, Lord, for having a car like this.
I think the two of us are just going to stand here and look at this car for a while.
It's got a jag suspension at the back and an independent front suspension, a rear suspension, so it drives smooth. The biggest problem is wind noise. Aerodynamics of a brick.
Stay tuned. After the break, there's more action from Season 6. Ernest then made his way to Josie for Passion for Speed, held at Swartkorps.
South Africa has a motorsport history that spans many decades, many years, many families, many people. It also spans across the globe, and sometimes it comes together in one location. This is that location. Welcome to Swartkorps Raceway, and welcome to Passion for Speed. I'm standing here with Simon Blake in front of a Maserati 250F. I never thought I'd say all those words in sequence like that, Simon. But let's just be clear. This is a very special car. What makes it so special?
Well, it's the state-of-the-art car from the 1954 to 58. This is a 56 model, driven by Roy Salvadori.
It's commendable that you guys have chosen to bring this car out to South Africa. Thank you for that, so the rest of us get to enjoy it. But also to actually put it on a track and not just in a museum. For me personally, I wouldn't be mad at myself if I had a car like this and stuck it in a museum.
Yeah. Well, in Europe, this will race against 3 or 4 other Maseratis, and then there'll be Ferrari Dinos. It's mostly sort of Lotuses, Coopers, that sort of thing that make the fields up. So when these come out, they do steal the show a bit.
Steal the show, exactly. You certainly stole our eyes. It's the only front engine Formula One car, in fact. If it wasn't for Formula One, we wouldn't have things like DRS, we wouldn't have things like magnesium used, cast aluminium blocks, all these words that are now commonly seen and heard in the motoring landscape, all thanks to cars like this that have paved the way. Simon, we're thankful that you guys brought this through for all of us to enjoy, and we look forward to seeing it on track. I'm chatting to a gentleman named Paddy Flynn. Paddy, in short, could you give us a brief synopsis of who you are and what you do?
Okay. Yeah, I competed back in South Africa in the mostly 1980s, early 90s, primarily in Formula Ford, and to a lesser extent I did a few Group N races. I think it was Group N back in the day, driving an Opel. 91 I emigrated to the United States, Dallas to be particular, and then decided to get on and start a business, which I did. We're mostly involved in the chemical industry. My company's Crosslink Kiwi. We merged two teams, my team with Kiwi Motorsport, and we ran 10, 11 cars in the Formula 4, Formula 3 program across North America.
So Paddy, you basically, to break it down for the audience out there, at this stage of your career, you're helping young motorsport drivers progress to the next level, guiding them through the process. You guys are heavily involved with something I'm quite passionate about, driver development and driver training.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that it's very difficult to get into competitive motorsport. It's simple to get into a club scene, but when you get into really competitive motorsport on the actual ladder to perhaps Indy cars, perhaps LMP1, P2, P3, or even Formula One, but that's stratospherically far out there. You need guys like me who can come in there and help advance the program. That's what I decided to do. I decided to give back at that level.
Motorsport really does have levels, and this is a gentleman that plays at some of the highest levels in the world. Paddy Flynn, thanks for chatting to us. We appreciate what you do for the sport, and we appreciate what you've done for the drivers.
To finish off, we tried something new and attended the inaugural After Dark 4x4 drive at Lion Park.
At All Things Motoring, one of the keys is for us to bring varied content to the viewers week in, week out. Today we've got something very different. We're at the inaugural After Dark event at the Lion Park, 20 minutes out of Johannesburg, hosted by a good friend of mine, Terence Tracy. What have we got in store for you? I'm not going to tell you, we're going to show you. Toyota Land Cruiser, Land Rover Discovery, Mitsubishi Pajero, absolute staple diet of anyone who goes off-road. But there's one more to add, and that is the Nissan Patrol. In this shape, there were 4 variants. The 4.5 petrol, the 4.8 petrol, started off life as a 4.2 diesel, which you've got, and then they evolved into the 3-litre. Your opinion, diesel or petrol in the Patrol?
Well, if I had to have an absolute choice, the 4.8 petrol manual is the king of the hill.
Absolutely. You're not the shortest guy. I mean, I'm 183 and you're towering above me. 192?
1.95, I think.
1.95.
6'2" in a something.
So while you're towering above me, the car's towering above you, the suspension?
So in a terrain tamer, 2-inch coils, believe it or not, it's a 2-inch lift in the rear with a 1-inch spacer.
Wow.
And it's a, sorry Patrol owners, it's a Land Cruiser 80 series front coil. The Land Cruiser 80 series coils are 1-inch taller. So I get a 3-inch lift out of a 2-inch coil. What I have done is I have running Fox shocks, remote reservoir, adjustable shock absorbers, front and rear. It makes the ride quality absolutely unbelievable in the thing. It also gives me a lot of control on the rocks, not bottoming out or dropping. 37-inch Maxxis Razor mud terrains on the car. And I don't have any body lift. I want to keep the car as low as possible, low center of gravity, to allow the wheels to drop out of the wheel arches to give you that articulation for traction.
To Nissan South Africa, you've heard it from me, you've got a winner on your hands with the Patrol. The new 5.6 V8 petrol is an absolute monster. Get the public to know about your beautiful vehicle. Wishing you the very best, always a privilege to speak to you. When it comes to the off-road fraternity, you've got the Toyota boys, you've got the Ford boys, you've got the Land Rover boys, and you've got the Jeep boys. But there's a smaller group for me that is stand out, and that's Mitsubishi. If there's one vehicle that I identify with off-road, it's Pajero. Why? The Dakar, absolutely standout success for Mitsubishi there. Jacques, you've got something special behind us, an original 1998 Mitsubishi Pajero 3500, short wheelbase, unbelievable. Tell us about it.
Got it about 8 years now, and I was looking for something that can really be like a plaything. A bucky, you know, with a diff lock, because at that stage, you know, open diffs was a problem. And my brother-in-law said, if you're looking for a toy, look at this car, which I never drove before, and I found one in Kuruman, which I then went out, we drove it, and it was love at first sight. I bought it. And yeah, so 8 years in the family, done a little bit of customization on the suspension, went back to standard. Lovely car, front locker that I did afterwards, reduced gear ratios, giving me that crawling ratio.
So a weekend like this, a bit of a boys' weekend, you with your best friend's son, what is it about a weekend like this for you that is stand out?
It's catching up with good friends, good discussion. You know, we're middle-aged. It's about relaxing, getting out of the rat race. So yeah, no, it's getting out, adding almost a little bit of anxiety and a bit of stress, but on a different type of a stress than your normal rat race stress. And it brings different adrenaline to you, and it tests your skills, and it's man and machine relationships that you need to hone in. And I think for the brain also, eye-hand coordination, in this case foot as well, it helps.
Been lovely chatting to you, wishing you the very best. It's unbelievable when you watch an auto from outside, because it makes an amateur look professional. Yeah.
I'm standing here with Peter. Start again. Stand.
Here you've got a beautiful 3.5 litre V6 that is bulletproof, huge torque, nice top end, short wheelbase. This car is literally faultless.
I can't add to that.
And welcome to Passion for Speed. How professional was that, huh?
That's it for Season 6. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We are so excited to bring you even bigger Season 7 as our team grows with Timber Robin and the Investigator series. More fun, more action. This is where the adventure of all things motoring international continues. You are so excited to get that brand new vehicle, but you're looking for a specific model and specific color, only to be told sorry, there are none available. Change Cars, SA's most trusted online platform, will find exactly what you need, from A to B and everything in between. Change Cars, because that's what you want to do, and it's who we are. All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, Change Cars. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.